fine. Sure. If I join here, don't disturb the noise.
I'm gonna join
Hey, that's a long password.
him. It's got all those things.
You haven't changed?
Because now I remember it now, so it's cool.
Well done, yeah. Shit, man. Oh, the profit for that. But it says failed.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna redo it. Let me just do
Yeah,
this.
like already.
Yeah. Just so that we can be able to see what's cooking. We'll just put the sound off here. There we go. Ish. And this here.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
But what's good, guys? What's good, guys? Nice to see you guys in the building. So we're here. We're gonna be reading basically what's going on in the chats, and as well as it's just another young Q&A so that you guys can get to know us. You guys can get to know what happens inside the building, cause that's where we always at. We're in the building. So
you know.
That's what it's for. That's what it's for. So this is guys, your guys' opportunity to basically get inside our heads, to get inside our trading plans, our trading systems, to get inside whatever you guys want to go into.
Powerful. Guys, if you're in the building now, you can just shout out in the building, wherever you are. Maybe if I'm from UK or Mexico, or wherever you are, man, I'm just going to mention a few, but just so you're in the building so that we know that we are participating. And then you be ready, guys. Prepare, have a journal or have a, what is this thing called?
Something to write.
Something to write.
Pen and paper
is necessary. You do the things to be done. You write there and you ask those questions that you have, and then we're gonna take and kill them with you live.
100%, guys. 100%. We see here Vuya saying, hey, what's good, Vuya, what's good? Rams is saying he's the first one here. Welcome, Rams.
Rams, I have a reward for you, man. Just text me when I have a reward for you, man.
Mama's giving rewards, guys. Mama's giving rewards. We see there haven't been here in a long time from Vuyo. We see Hart is saying hi. Kuklana Donald is saying, when am I going to receive my response on my email regarding the book? Just double check with us. Just tell us who you sent your email to, just so that we can go and double check and follow up. Whether you sent it to me or any one of the support or info, just so that we can. There's Desmond
Dube.
Mr. Sibia is saying some gurus. Check this guy. Welcome. There's seeing there Forex chasers. Nice to see you guys there. Hi guys, I'm new. May I ask which broker are you guys using?
Guys, Jamil has been killing everyone. Asking broker, he's saying, damn man, broker questions, man.
But guys, let me tell you this, guys, that we are going to be using a dope broker. So we're in the process of transitioning to a new broker. So I guess with regards to broker related stuff, don't go and jump into a new broker now. Just wait so that we can update you guys on who's the new broker that we're actually moving to. And then once we've migrated, then we'll share this new broker with you guys.
Yeah, guys, it's definitely coming in no time. Gonna hear Chamin is gonna shouting, hey,
we there. I see we are saying Zambia, welcome.
Zambia, in the building, Frank in the building, powerful. I can see Zim here. We just killed Zimbabwe yesterday. We were watching soccer. We killed you, man. You saw what Tiken Dolly did there.
Yeah, so all you guys that are following things, you're seeing that there's a war going on. There's Kutlana Donald is asking there, Mamba, are you still trading GBP pairs?
Yeah, man, definitely. I'm still trading GJ, super nice and amazing. I love how it moves. I'm still trading it. I moved away from GA. As you remember, I was trading GA as well, but I tend to, because like you tend to, when you're trading those pairs, you tend to find yourself and see what works best for you and what doesn't work for you best. Then you move away from what doesn't work and then you stick around with what works for you. So GJ has been a blessing to me. Gold has been a blessing to me. And USDT, guys, we've been killing USDT. And now, let me just tell you guys, I've seen how USDT moves. ever since we approached this daylight saving. We took some few losses, but guys, tell me this is gonna be a mwah, man. I'm telling you, this is gonna be Q4. This Q4 is gonna be mwah. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be great. So if you're not in our live sessions, just make sure that you join us and then you start to eat with us, Forex chasers. And Tamanile Skuna, Zambia in the building. I don't know if I'm reading your surname well or your name, but yeah. Heart effects. How do you deal with your emotions during trading? Okay, that's a nice question. I feel like we're definitely gonna go through. Win a building, you can't mess with us. I know a viewer, Mr. Zwane. I know you know. Okay, guys. In terms of dealing with emotions, there is no way that you can literally manage your emotions 100%. As you know, if in some sort of a way, emotions they still gonna mess with you. They do mess with me. They do mess with Charmaine. But what we focus on the most is that long term, are you able to manage your emotions? Can you be profitable with the type of mindset that we're having? You're not just looking at daily or weekly results and saying, oh crap, man, this week I've been doing this and that, and then you conclude on that, and then you change the whole thing, and then you change the whole system. You look at things in a long-term perspective. So in terms of like dealing with emotions, even myself, I'm an advanced trader. But when I'm taking a loss, I still feel bad a bit. Like there's no way I'm a human at the end of the day. You cannot feel it. As much as you're an advanced trader and all that, but you still feel like, okay, crap, I just took that loss. And now what's next? You move on and there's nothing you can do to change that. You just move on. What I can actually say about managing your emotions as well is that you must have a plan as to when you're taking a loss, what do you do to come back from that loss? In terms of emotion, I'm not like making the profit back, yes, but if you are going through your losing streak, what do you do? What is the process that we have to follow? Maybe you are reducing your risk, maybe you are taking a walk just to refresh your mind out of trading. You take yourself out just to refresh your mind and become happy because I always say this, guys, these markets, they don't have any space for people with negative energy, with sadness. If you're thinking, oh, because you are sad or maybe someone is, the market is just going to kill you if you know. It doesn't have any space for those kind of things. So make sure that you have a plan that you follow, that you feel like it's making you a better person in terms of psychology. If maybe you've been taking a losing streak, because even if you are taking a winning streak, man, that can be used against you in terms of market. You can gain a lot of confidence, and that confidence can make you think that the market has to do what you think the market will do, and it doesn't really work like that. You have to like focus the market and then follow. I always say this: you cannot push a car. You always have to ride in the car and go with the car. So it's always like that, man. So too much confidence as well can really mess with you as well.
I was watching YouTube the other day, and I was watching this very funny story, man. Was this lady? Okay, she's now a successful trader. She's a successful trader now. So she was telling her backstory. So this was her backstory. She was like, when she first came into trading, she had like this $1,000 nyama, something like that. It's $1,000 account. So she traded this $1,000 account until she blew it, right? Obviously, beginner's luck, you do whatever, but ultimately you end up blowing. She's like, when she blew, that day, that money that she blew was money that she was saving, like her for something that she wanted to do. So it hurt her, but it wasn't her savings, like her house savings. So she blew that money. She felt bad. She went into prayer and fasting, guys. She went into prayer and fasting for 21 days. She said that she locked herself. She removed all of her clothes inside her closet and turned her wardrobe into a prayer closet, where she would go there and lock herself inside the room and pray. Guys, after the 21 days, she came outside and she then took her savings and she funded. Let me tell you that she blew. Let me tell you that she blew the savings. She blew the savings, and obviously that killed her even worse. But ultimately, she was the type of person that would obviously be able to reflect and stuff. And she then realized that, you know what's needed here is reason and logic. There's no way I'm going to gamble my way through. There's no way I'm going to do this. And obviously she was gifted, I guess she was blessed enough to see that side of it and realize the hopes and beliefs and hope to make something that the market is not there. The market doesn't even know I exist as an individual. It's doing the same thing for Mamba as it's doing for me. Mamba's on the other side of the world. He's happy. He's making money. I'm on the one side of the world. I'm sad because I'm losing money. Market is not biased on who this guy is versus who I am. Market is doing one thing for everyone. And so I guess she was blessed enough, or I guess, to realize that there's that aspect of the market that it's not that emotions don't work here. And if you're going to function with emotion's not sustainable, it's not long term. You can't replicate those things, and so you can't produce long term predictable results. Results that you can expect and say to yourself, yes, I can leave my work and I can guarantee that over the space of this amount, I can make so much percentage. That if you're going on hopes and emotions and good days and bad days, you can't make that decision to say that I'm going to take that next step and do this because you can't guarantee what your return is going to be.
You can't with emotions. You really can't. And Amanile is saying, is Forex Chasers affiliated to Falcon FX or the trading is similar? No, we're not. We just
not
a standalone company, so we're not. Yeah.
Comfort is asking, please analyze gold for me. Comfort, are you in a position there and you're looking for someone to guarantor your position?
And then gold, man, I took this nice sell on gold in the morning. I think it was in open when I took this nice sell. And I don't know what did I do. I just closed that position early and man, it went in my direction like nobody's business. It went, how's the network?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, so it's just here. Yeah. Man, gold went super nice to the downside. But the thing is, me, I was day trading gold, so I was going to be probably looking to exit after maybe 1 or 2, or actually just 2%. I was just going to be looking to exit that position. But so far, what I've seen in gold has been going to the downside. So yeah, it's just a Q&A session, so we wouldn't be doing any analysis though. But yeah, gold is pushing to the downside, super impassively to the downside. QP is saying, hi guys, hope you good. I'm in real estate. I'm in and new on real estate and Nasdaq. What advice can you give to that person, Shamin?
What advice can I give to someone that's still new
on real estate?
On real estate and Nasdaq.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest advice that I would give you is focus more on trading those pairs intraday and scalping. Because long term, yeah, I feel like like for us, for people like me, let me tell you, US30 has been on my watch list for the past 3 months, and for the past how long, 2 months or 3 months, and I've only found like 4 trades, 4 swings on that pair ever since. It even kind of made me stop looking at it as much. You see. So I guess if it really like define yourself as a trader and really be there. Adopt those pairs and really focus on those pairs if you are the type of person that likes the smaller time frame, because you'll be very profitable on the smaller time frame, because even your stop losses take to trade US30 on a 1 hour and have that stop loss on 1 hour.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do that on a 5 minute, if you've got a system that can produce you money, you'll even be able to manage risk so beautifully on those smaller time frames. So yeah, that's probably advice for someone that's new.
Just focus more on like not making money out of these things, but learning how they move and learning how the structures develops and all that. Because one of the mistakes people do, they tend to want to jump steps. Like, man, you cannot just be a beginner and now you're trading your states and you're looking to make 1,000 a day, man. Like, man, come on, man, you can't do that, man.
It's like a relationship, guys. You don't go from zero to hero.
Man.
You introduce yourself, you get comfortable with someone, you get to know someone, they get to know you, then you guys begin to start compromising for each other. What you don't like about this person, maybe you compromise for them a little bit, you change yourself, how you approach them. What they don't like about you, unfortunately, maybe the market is not so compromising and most of it is on your part, but nonetheless, you guys understand each other and you guys begin to mold things for each other. And then you can expect this relationship to turn into something where you can benefit from, or whatever the case is.
I just don't move from zero to hero, man. Like, that was a powerful one. Hi guys, I hope you're good. Okay, I think I read that one. Hey, for the chasers in the building, Gibson. My brother, super nice and simple. Rather in the building. You see, if you say super nice and simple, then I know that we are the chasers 3.0. Where are we now? Are we here? Hey guys, how to get a mentor when you have no money?
Very powerful question.
Hey guys, how to get a mentor when you have no money?
A very powerful question.
Okay, guys, let me just tell you a story. That's a young story. It's based on a true What's
Yeah, based on a true story.
Yeah, based on a true story. Yeah.
Based
So
on a
when,
true
when I
story.
started trading, I had no mentor. I was still at varsity. I was just going through YouTube. I was watching a lot of videos on. I almost said movies. I was watching a lot of
That's how
videos.
long it felt.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of videos on YouTube, trying to learn how to trade and all that. But there is a good and a bad side. Okay, the good side is that long term you're gonna find that consistency and you're gonna make money out of those YouTube videos. Long term, probably looking about 5 to 8 years. But then the bad side is that it's gonna take you longer than it should have taken you if you had someone to guide you. Like if you're from Johannesburg to Cape Town, if maybe you have the directions to go to Cape Town, you're probably gonna know the shortcuts to go there. Probably like backtesting. Backtesting is one of the shortcuts for you to find a consistency even more faster. But if you don't know the direction to that, but you're just thinking in your mind you're going to Cape Town, think about it. How long is it gonna take you? You don't do backtesting. You don't do advanced review. You don't do nothing. You're just doing what forward testing. All and every day you wake up and do forward. How long is it gonna take you? It's gonna take you even longer. So that's the downside of trading. So of not having a mentor. But then if you have a lot of time in the plate and probably still young, so then you can still have use what you have to get started. They always say that use what you have to get started. Don't wait for that perfect time for you to start. Just start now, go to those YouTube videos. And one thing that I can advise you on, I always say this, man, don't change, man. Like if you're trading support and resistance or supply and demand, or what is this, order blocks, because I know these guys, they like order blocks a lot. If you're trading those things, be consistent with trading those things. You can't be trading support and resistance today, then tomorrow you're trading moving averages, then the next day you're trading volumes. You're gonna be that one trader who is not making money from trading but knows all of things. Probably you know things, even I myself, I don't know, maybe those smart money concepts, I don't know those things. You find out you know all those things but you're not making money, and me, I'm closing $1,000 each and every maybe week or month or whatsoever. I'm closing money.
That's the downside of going through YouTube. Going through the YouTube.
That's the other downside of going to, because there's a lot of
downside.
information that is not pegged in a place in a way. But then now you know that
And
maybe
can
you
I say
said
that on YouTube everything looks like it's profitable. On YouTube everything looks like it's profitable because someone is explaining, taking their time to explain to you, and you are understanding. But because you understand the concepts and how that thing is done, that does not mean that you can do it like that. And so then there's still that element of you needing to do everything that you're going to do. If you had a mentor that had one focus, that looked at one thing, the mentor, if you really want to find consistency in all the things that you're learning, you're going to have to backtest and do all, backtest, create a process, execute that process on everything that you are learning. Not just, because you can't just pick up a thing and edit there and hope that it makes your system profitable if you don't know. And that's what YouTube is going to do. But if you do have someone, then obviously that person will give you a lot more direction.
guys, YouTube is on the side of market, so yeah, be careful of YouTube. They're gonna give you every information that you're gonna need, but you're not gonna make
exactly. The platform YouTube is for the purpose of keeping people on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not for the purpose of spreading informative content. They don't know what's informative. They know what keeps people on YouTube, which is those blue screens and those things and those quick make money in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Those strategies, quick scalping strategy, 1 minute. That's what keeps people on YouTube, and so that's what YouTube is going to show you.
The algorithm.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Get someone that knows where to waste their time.
Okay, guys, let's move. I'm getting a lot from you, Forex ballers. Hey, Chamin was telling me, man, now I must call myself Funlucky _ US 30.
US 30, Mr. US 30.
And Desmond Spear is saying, guys, how can I get hold of you for further information? I have contacted the office, but did not get info that I needed. Thanks. How do
You can contact me on my email, guys.
Yeah.
Tramaine@forexchasers.com.
.com.
TRAMAYNE
Say that again.
@forexchasers.com.
Say that again.
TRAMAYNE @forexchasers.com. Yeah, that's another way that you can kind of get hold of us on this side, because maybe if support or info doesn't get to an email or whatever the case is, I do follow up on my emails now and then because they're not so busy as those emails.
Yeah.
So you probably will get seen on my side.
So guys, do the things to be done. Text this guy, find some information, super nice and simple. Kuklwan is saying, T-Main, what do you think about AUDJPY today?
So AJ, I've been in a buy from yesterday on AJ.
Oh, the one that you showed me yesterday.
Yeah, I've been in a buy from yesterday at AJ. I quoted, if you see like from where the structure that we have now, the low that's currently there, that's where I jumped in. So it's kind of been ranging ever since yesterday, even today it's still stuck within that range. And so I'm not expecting AJ to go anywhere. I think that whatever's gonna happen today is gonna happen because of low volume. Whichever direction AJ is gonna go from this range, low volume. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay out of AJ, and then once the markets have closed, I will do my top-down analysis, obviously, and then see what structure I now have to work with instead of now jumping in on a Friday because of which impulse, which direction AJ is jumping out of this range. So rather just do my top-down analysis, make sure I have all my high time frame information as well, and then from next week we tackle AJ.
And see guys, this is the powerful of laser forecast. This is the power of laser forecast. Like you said, Tremaine, you just asked him about what do you think about AJ, but at the back of his mind, he already knows what AJ is doing ever since probably what yesterday and all that. But if you're telling like the whole 28 pairs that are out there, you don't know what is Euro USD doing. You don't know how the characteristics of those currency pairs. But him just laser focusing, trading specific pairs, he already knows if AJ is doing this. Most of the time, it's most likely to move in this way. Most likely, yes, it's not going to be 100%, but he knows maybe probably those moves are okay. Does this now? Most likely, he's going to do this because he is focused on that laser focus, guys. Especially if you're a day trader, laser focusing is very important.
Yeah, if you're a day trader, there's no way that you're going to learn nature of market if you're looking at all the pairs.
All the pairs.
If you're swinging, it's possible because you're looking at one pair for a long time to catch a swing.
Yeah.
But if you're day trading, man, laser focusing is very important. You can't juggle all of that.
And scalping,
you can't juggle it all.
Yeah. So, Umpili is saying, are you guys hiring? Yes, man, I'm hiring. I need a PA. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I need a bodyguard, guys. I need a bodyguard. And now it's not safe in the street.
It's not safe in the street.
Not safe in the street. Not safe. So I need someone to carry a gun for me like this and then protect me.
Man, if you've got the skill, if you're a sharpshooter,
man, just shout, man. Man, I'm just gonna give you just a young $8 there a month so that you fund the account and do the things to be done.
Right? I think Bright is asking, what do you guys spend your profits on?
Wait, is that question?
Here, right here, underneath, are you guys hiring? There's two, are you guys hiring? Okay, I thought you were reading this one. Okay.
What kind of advice would you give to someone who's been on a break even for a month and for more than a month? Clap for yourself, man. You've entered in the journey of
the beginning of consistency, man. Yeah. Not blowing is the beginning of consistency. You've moved from a consistently losing trader to a break-even trader. Congratulations, man. From the Chasers building, we salute you, bro. We salute you, bro, for that, man. That's a big step, man.
You definitely gonna see, man. From now on, you're gonna be making 1%, 2%, 3%, and then you're gonna gradually grow and all that. But
that's a big step, man.
Man, the first goal is to protect your capital in this market, because this market, they are out for your money. So if you are able to protect your capital, then man, just know that you are in for it now. You're gonna start seeing yourself making what that.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
I guess moving forward, keep doing what you're doing and focus on your growth, man. Don't focus on the current situation. Focus on growth.
Yeah. What do you guys spend your profits on? Hey guys, man, I like to eat.
We satisfy body. We give body what body needs.
Yeah.
If body says, "I'm so here, I need someone to press," then that's what body needs. Then that's what body needs, man. You must. You must start with yourself, making yourself feel comfortable. That's probably where the money is going. Even if making yourself feels comfortable means your profit is going into a savings account. That's you setting yourself. That's emotional stability. Imagine something happens and you can do it.
Yeah.
Someone's sick and you can help. That's another kind of comfortability right there. You're sorting body out. You cradling your psychology before you start to splurge and do whatever you want to do.
and that's a nice question, man. Like in terms of spending your profits and all that, it's a very, very, very important question, because we've seen people on Instagram, we've seen these traders who are flashing, they're buying expensive clothes and all that. They're not buying those things because of it's what they want to spend their money on, but they're buying those things so that they can sell you lifestyle. So you making your profit, maybe you're making $100 and then you withdraw it and you go buy clothes. Find out clothes are not satisfying you deep down, but you just do it because you've seen someone doing it out there. So you just have to find yourself, find what does your heart and your body want, and then you spend your money on that. You're gonna feel so good, man. Like after spending that, you're gonna feel so good and be like,
it's so much more worth it to spend money on yourself and to spend money for someone else to see you spend money.
You see,
it's so much more fulfilling, I can tell you that.
You're gonna be like, man, I can make money, I'm trading and withdraw and do this thing, this kind of lifestyle. You're gonna be motivated and all that, and you're gonna be the happiest man on earth. You don't even need a girlfriend.
When you really taste it, you don't need a girlfriend.
I'm kidding. This guy's married, but he's saying you won't need a girlfriend.
And I'm thinking that that's even to me, like to be personal and say that's even for me, that's something that I do. For me, I don't need to show anyone. What makes me happy is even if I'm sitting in the house by myself with my chick, if we both full and we both have exactly what we need, we're fine. We're 100% okay. If something happens and we can deal with it and sort it out and we are fine.
Man,
it feels good, guys. It feels nice.
The best. It's the
feels
best.
Nice.
You know. I've never ate ocean food. They say ocean food. And I went to this Mall of Africa and placed Ocean Basket, man. I bought nice ocean food, man.
My man is eating prawns.
And I was eating prawns, man. I was even asking those waiters, like, how do I do this now? How do I eat this thing? It was so fun, man. It was so fun.
Yeah, guys. No, what we spend on experience.
Yeah.
That's really ultimately what matters. You spend on an experience that if you went today, you did it.
I'm laughing at Maestro. Maestro is saying, are you guys aggressive in your trades?
Where are you reading?
Are you guys aggressive in your trades?
Yo, let me expose this guy and say when you're talking about aggressiveness, you're defining his character.
I'm very, very aggressive, guys. When it comes to trading, I'm trading profit account. Like I can just take $400 loss in one day. $400 loss, and then I have to not exceed the $500 daily limit, but I can take $400 loss. That's how aggressive I am. I'm very, very aggressive. I see here, okay, how long do you hold a winning trade? Man, you can hold a winning trade as long as you want. Like, you can hold the winning trade as long as you want. But then you must, the most important thing, guys, is that you must have a plan. Before, during, and after. How are you going to manage the trade? Trade management is very important. You don't just execute and then put your stop loss and you take profit and you're out and be like, I'm going to see if it is my TPM stop loss. Trade management, you don't want to see yourself being at like holding 3% and then after that you see market taking all of 3% and then taking out of the negative one. What the fuck are you doing, man? Language. Sorry guys about that. But what are you doing, man? What are you actually doing, man? You can't do that.
Speaking to me now, I did that, man. I was holding.
You did that.
It was at 1:5.
Check guys.
It was at 1:5, and I didn't manage. I didn't do anything, guys. I didn't touch it. It was at 1:5,
and it came back for you.
It came back for me, and it just ate everything, plus and minus.
You see?
And imagine, I asked myself even what. Okay, cool. I didn't have emotions because I was able to be numb and neutral and just hold it. But I asked myself, like, what was the emotional, whatever emotional roller coaster I had there, what was the use of that? The end of it all. Because now, check what was the end result. Check what was the end result. So, making those decisions out of reason and logic, guys. Sometimes, even the best, whoever, sometimes they forget.
Yeah, so guys, make sure that you execute your trade and then you manage your trade accordingly and you do everything. As long as you trade stopping, you can hold the trade as long as you can, but make sure that you don't give back the profit until maybe it takes it out or you hit your TP and all that. But yeah, me myself, I don't hold the trade more than a day because I know how many pips a trade my pairs moves in a day, so I know that it wouldn't make sense if maybe your pair move 100 pips a day and then when you're already holding the trade, but it has already moved maybe 90 pips or even 100 pips a day, it has already moved. So it will just keep on moving and just moving up and down. Finally, it's giving you small movements, because it has already moved. So it wouldn't make sense for you to keep on holding that pair or that indices or whatsoever. So me myself personally, I don't hold a trade for overnight. Even like 4 hours is a lot of time for me to hold a trade. But Charmaine here, you can enter on 1 minute time frame and hold and swing that trade. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I see. Litabo was us saying that thanks for answering my question. With that said, let me take a chance. Maybe T-Main or you, Mamba, help me on this journey. So what I can say, Litabo, is that there's one way. You see, to answer your question was, how do you find a mentor without money? Let me tell you how you find a mentor without money. Finding a mentor without money means you picking someone that agrees with you, someone that you understand, someone that's preaching what you want to hear, and then you deciding to follow that person and try and emulate and replicate that person. Whether that person acknowledges your existence or not, that doesn't really matter. To me, does Vladimir Putin know that he's my role model, the Russian president? He doesn't even know of my existence. But there are so many things that I take from him. His character, he's this, he's that, he's that, he's that, he's that. And those are the things that I choose to take him as my mentor. He doesn't know me. So you can do the exact same thing. Follow someone that you really believe does what you want to do or represents or emulates the person that you want to become. And just copy that person. And that's you finding a mentor without any money.
Yeah, so and just to answer you, just hit me up or hit Charmaine up. Then
100%. Man. The DMs are always there. The DMs are open, man. The DMs are open, dude.
Yeah, I see here Kuklano Fortune is saying power. Paul Hall said to us, I think we throwing is nice. Hey, man, nothing is nice. Hey, man, nothing is nice. Thanks, guys. This one I was not sure. That being on a break even was a good thing in terms of progress. Very, very much of a good thing, man. Very, very much of a good thing. Especially when you are from not making consistent and then you are in a break even, and then from there you're going to be making profits. So don't change that process, man. Just keep on sticking on that process and then see yourself where you're going to be from 6 months from now, 12 months from now. Because like trading, man, is long term, it's not short term. So you can't be like next week. You can't be like today. Like, what, yeah, almost swear again. So, yeah, but then, yeah, guys, yeah, I can take Nikelo.
Nikelo. I see.
Yeah.
How do you deal with a swing trade that takes longer to move into profits, yet you're in a big loss? Wait.
Already. Hey, the very big loss, it shows that there was no proper risk management there.
Yeah. Like, there shouldn't be a big loss. There should be a loss that you expected. There should always be a loss that you expected.
Yeah.
Like, if you think it's a big loss, then you weren't prepared to take that risk. You just took that risk because of whatever other reasons. But yeah, there shouldn't be a big loss. There should just be a loss that you took.
Yeah. Probably 1% or even 2% if you decide to maybe risk 2%. But it shouldn't be something like I took a big loss. Like I find it so crazy to see these people who are doing what I'm always against this thing. Charmaine knows this thing of what do we call this thing, barcodes.
Yeah.
Those people, man, they don't apply proper risk management, and they are teaching people how to not win in the market indirectly.
Indirectly, because you whether or not that person is doing risk management, on your side you're not seeing and you're not aware of the type of risk management. All you're seeing is a screen full of blues and you feel like that should be normal to you. And no.
and guys, I feel like we should really mention that there are different ways of managing your risk.
Yeah.
Like Charmaine can just say each and every day I'm gonna deposit a 5,000 on my Veracity account. That is what I'm willing to risk for that day. That is some sort of a good risk management. Each and every position, maybe when he's trading yesterday, is gonna go full margin. For him, that is 1% of his capital and he's willing to risk for that day. And you seeing that 5,000 was turning to 30,000, you think you're gonna do it with your last money. And within 1 minute, man, that money is gonna be gone. Like gone. So guys, make sure that there are different ways of people manage their risk. You find with someone who's gonna be, I'm going full margin, but that full margin they can easily deposit again. But can you do that? No, you can't.
It's the danger of what we spoke about in the beginning. Finding someone and just copy paste, without understanding how the process was built. If you don't understand how the process was built, you won't be able to make that process make you money.
Exactly. That's powerful, man. I think this one, Maestro, is what are the pros and cons of being a swing trader with $100 account?
The pros are. Let me start with the pros. I think the pros of having of starting with a small account is that you're going to be enforcing patience on yourself and holding those trades. So you're gonna learn an element that maybe you don't really require when you have a big account. A big account, you don't need big moves to make a lot of money. And so what's having that small account is going to do as you being a swing trader is it's going to force you, if you want to see the big numbers, you're going to have to hold for a long period of time because you're not using a big lot size. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to definitely gift you with patience, for sure. And I think a con of doing that is that growth is going to take very long, man. There's not going to be you can't even estimate your growth. Being a swing trader with a small amount, you can't even say that by the end of this month I hope to have X amount of money or I want to withdraw this amount of money. You can't even do that. Because first of all, to swing trade requires patience to find those trades, and then to make the money that you want to make, you need to have patience and hold. You see, so with a small account, I guess, yeah, that's probably the pros and cons. You will get gifted with patience, but that patience is not conducive for growth that you want when you're trading. Yeah.
And it's very different, guys. You hear someone saying, I took my $100 from $100 to $1 million, and then you think it was just that easy. No, guys, it's not like they just took that $100 exactly to $1 million. Those people, when they had many calls and what they were selling to people, they were making more money, they were depositing and doing those things, and then they start up their account to be.
They added, and the account is not like that account was their only deposit, and then that one deposit went all the way
to $1 million.
There were deposits along the way as well.
Yeah, so
and you're probably not gonna hear about those deposits along the way.
You will not hear about those. You will not. There are people who like there are people, guys, who are so good when it comes to analyzing, but they're not making money from trading. But they're making money through you guys when we are purchasing the calls and when we are selling calls, and then they're making money from that. And then they're selling you the lifestyle. They want you to come back again because they know that we are the source of their income. So you guys, it's very important to differentiate between someone who's making money from trading and someone who's making money from selling their calls and what. There's a different level.
And I'm sure you guys can see it. You guys can, no one even needs to explain to you and say someone that does this or does that or does that. It's very obvious.
It's very obvious. Yeah. You guys can see that because, like, man, you can see when someone is trying to sell you a dream and when someone is genuinely doing the things. Me, you see me, I really don't care who is texting me and saying what, because I know the trading market I'm gonna make money from. I don't depend
Does it matter?
anyone.
Does it matter?
Like,
man, once you learn the skill and once you're really doing it, you don't really care.
I don't care who's watching me, what am I wearing, what am I driving, what I really don't care about this because I'm not trying to impress anyone.
You see, it's that sense of freedom here of you know, money gives you another kind of a freedom. It's not even maybe you won't even be at the point of being able to buy time for yourself with your money. Like by buying time, I mean having enough money to do whatever you want to do with your time. Maybe it might not be at that point in time, but money buys some kind of, it takes a weight off your shoulders.
Man, it takes a lot of weight.
It takes a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm watching from Rustenburg coming to your offices first week of December.
Oh, I think we're back. We're back, yeah. We're back. Just hold here.
I don't even know where it went to.
That's what I made myself here now.
Hi guys, the things everything is fighting against us. Everything is fighting against us. It's a war.
Yeah.
There's a war going on outside. I'm in a safe.
Okay guys, sorry about that. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Just network was messing with us. Yeah, listen to what I was saying. Can I ask how do you mark levels on the charts? Because it's hard for me. Man, that is the easiest thing one can ever do. Easy like what? Easy like what?
Easy as pie.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding, guys. But in terms of marking your key levels, I wouldn't really be specific with that, but I'll just say, or start doing a top-down analysis, starting from probably depending on what type of a trader you are. Me, myself, personally, I start from my H4 time frame, marking my support and resistance. So the best way for you to identify your key areas, the more touches it has, the more valid it becomes. So the more touches you see on that key area, so it means it's more of a strong or major key level. So that's what we can basically use to advantage to say, if I have more touches in this key area, and then this is most likely to be respected next time. And again, another thing that when price comes into that key area or that level, and then impulses away super.
How does it react from that
Yes.
key area? That's what also gives it importance.
Yeah, so
If price corrects away from a key area versus if price impulses away,
Yeah.
you can see who's there. Are there a lot of people there, or is
Oh.
there just a couple of people deciding to sell?
Yeah, so yeah, those are just tips that we can just literally look out for before you do the things. You hear.
Okay. How much can I start trading Nasdaq with?
The money that you are willing to lose is the money that you should be depositing, but you shouldn't be depositing 100 rand and then like not the one team of 100 rand you're already out. But then guys, you should that question is very complicated because like man, like
It's complicated question.
it's very complicated because like man, like you should be depositing what you're willing to lose, because if you are depositing maybe your rent money or whatsoever, then you're gonna be like, Mama said I must deposit $100 and what, and then now I blew my account, it's your fault. No, deposit what you're willing to lose. What do you know that even if you blow that money, you won't feel any like heat and all that. So the money that you're willing to lose is the money that you should be depositing in your account.
Because let me tell you this, guys. If you're gonna ask anyone else what to do in your own processes or in your own trading, it means that you are not competent enough to be risking and going big in the first place. It means that you're still at your learning, you're still at your development phase. So when you're still in this phase, you still need to be cautious, and your primary function, your primary whatever should be just to preserve capital. Growth is not even on your mind. Yes, you're growing, but you're growing in aspects of becoming a good risk manager. You're growing in terms of aspects of acknowledging yourself as an individual trader, your emotions, your whatever. Growing in terms of being comfortable with your process. That's where you are. You're not at money. Money's not there yet when you're still in the beginning processes.
Yeah. That's powerful. I can see here Gosnas is saying power. Sir Siawa saying, what is your vision on upcoming forex traders? Can you take that, man? What is your vision on upcoming forex traders?
I think if I understand your question by upcoming forex traders, I think you mean people that are trading and that are doing things but maybe are not yet in the limelight, like well known. I think that's what you mean. So I think maybe I wouldn't have a vision like what's my vision on that. But I feel like when it comes to anything, whether it's music, whether it's whatever, things come in, they get old and they fade away. And that's just how it is. And if there is a cycle, the people that you know now are going to become less known as time goes on. People that you don't know are going to pop in and then pop out of existence. It's just like that. So I guess it's just, in terms of people and their impact, you'll find out that people that make more of a positive impact on their community, on the people that, on their audience, those are the people that are going to stick around for longer because they're giving genuine value. And the people that are not out there to give genuine value, those are the people that are going to pop in, boom, bang, you hear about them and then they disappear. And so, think about people that you know that have came in and disappeared.
And they're there. Even in the forest industry, you hear the people who are making a lot of money now, they are nowhere to be found because they are selling those courses and what and not selling the real things. How much will I make in the space of a month? That is I don't know how to answer this question, but I feel like man, this is trading, man. Even your biggest gurus, mentors, they don't know how much they're gonna make that month. So if you're gonna say we're gonna make 2,000 for that month, then you're gonna be probably selling you a dream that you might not even get or achieve, because like trading, man, is some sort of like it's an income that is like a business. You're not gonna make a stable income. You're just gonna make an income that is
Yeah.
different and all that. So you can make
So
5%.
you see what he just said now. If you don't understand that, you'll never understand trading.
Yeah.
If you don't understand what he just said now, you'll never understand trading. Even if you're selling t-shirts or suits or whatever, you're not expecting 600 a month from your suits that you're selling. It differs depending on the demand for whatever you're selling at that time. And so even here, when your income is not consistent,
Yeah.
you have a consistent. Maybe you can say that I'm consistent positively, or I'm this, or I'm that. But to say a definitive amount that you can expect from this every month, either you're selling your dreams. It's just a goal. That kind of a thing is just a goal.
A
And
goal.
obviously, you're working towards that goal,
Yeah.
but that is not a definitive fact.
Yeah, it's not a fact. It's not a fact. It can't be a fact. Tumelo, guys, we're just gonna round it up
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're just gonna take this few questions that we have, and then we're gonna call it a
And
second.
then we'll call it a session.
Tumelo is saying, what future goals do you guys have in mind to achieve both forex and in just life? Generally, it's not a personal. If it's not personal to ask. Then the goal that I have me is to venture out, experience other things, start a business, or I already started a business, just to venture and do other things there besides trading and all that. I mean, maybe for now, answer that.
I think my biggest goal, like all the other goals, are like obviously basic. I want to do this, I want to do that, own a business, have this, have that. But I think my last goal, like ultimate goal, is to just leave own a nice big piece of land with a nice looking thing on top there, and that's about it. That's my
we've
end
always
goal.
been saying that.
With a nice big thing, a thing
Yeah.
that when you walk past that thing and you look at that thing, you'll see that thing, there was attention to detail and there was a lot of money there.
When you want to go and smoke shrooms there,
When you want to have shrooms and all those illegal substances, LSD, whatever else you guys like, but not anything addictive or harmful, none of those.
yeah.
Just healthy psychoactive stuff. That will be your haven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we did answer those questions. Guys, for your state and method, how much is the minimum deposit if one doesn't have enough money? I think we've already answered that question.
Yeah,
so
we have
won't go
in
into-
a form.
Yeah. Do you honestly believe that price is supply and demand? If so, what happens if sellers flood the market and keep running the price down? What would lead to the market crashing? I think Shaman can answer that.
Yeah, I can answer it very nicely, and I like the English that you use means that you understand what's going on. So think about it like this: if sellers flood the market and they're pushing prices down, when prices are going down, the prices, like for example, if there's a lot of sellers and prices are going down, prices are not going down only because sellers are in the market. Prices are also going down to find an area where buyers will see value. No matter what it is, eventually something will be cheap enough for a lot of buyers to say, no man, this thing is too cheap, let's buy this thing. So like that's why the market never ever moves in one direction straight away, because there will always be an area where someone or where buyers eventually will see value. So yes, the market can go down because of a bunch of sellers, but if price gets to a specific point where buyers see value, then obviously price will go up. Like what happened, market crash of this, when was it? Was it this year?
Corona.
The corona. Oh yeah, it was last year. The coronavirus. What?
Yeah.
Unfortunate that the cause of those buyers being interested in buying the stock market was because of what the Fed did. That was the reasoning. That was the cause. We can say that was the cause. But nonetheless, there will always be a price low enough for someone to say, "I'm willing to buy this thing."
Yeah.
There will always be.
Yeah. Do you honestly believe, okay, that one, the audio, okay, that one, have enough you blown account? If so, if yes, how do you overcome it? Man, if you're starting to trade, there's no way you can blow an account. So we've definitely blown account more than we can even remember. So yeah.
There's a lot of account blowing that was
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
But once you develop a system and once you start practicing risk management,
I do check Apple, Facebook, Microsoft to see how have they been doing today and all that, just to see the overview of the movement, but then not that much of checking. So yeah, basically guys, I believe we've been in this season for the longest time. Now I'm gonna be signing out. It's me, your boy Falakemamba, and Charmaine.
thank you so much, guys. Yeah,
Let
if
it
you guys are
be
not on the channel, guys, don't if you guys are here and you guys are not subscribed, do the things and subscribe for us. Do us a favor, subscribe for us.
Subscribe.
Otherwise, it's us here. You guys can also follow us on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're there. If you guys want to find us and DM us directly or whatever the case is, or just snoop around and see what we're doing, how we trade, all those types of things.
Yeah.
Snoop
Yeah,
around.
I see that.
You'll find some things there, you'll find some nuggets. Otherwise, guys,
Let it be peace,
let there be peace, guys. Let there be peace.
Now, brothers and
Peace.
sisters, be safe.
Be safe.